when he assumed office, there were no handing over notes. It was very difficult, but he was able to restructure within a short time, restructure the system, and establish real detailed notes for my Chief Justice to assume office, which made the job of the Chief Justice to settle down very, I must confess. So I must, through you, Your Excellency, thank Justice Fagbenle for his commitment to the judiciary and the country and the people of this great country of ours. Mrs. Justice Odoma was a legal practitioner within the legal aid, and I had the privilege of presiding over her cases in the Court of Appeal, and she appeared before me, and she's a very eloquent judge. She's an excellent legal practitioner, and I hope you will bring this knowledge and this experience and this commitment to the legal sector as a presiding judge. So I congratulate you all. Your Excellency, I just wish to highlight the fact that it is very important to know that the judiciary is a very important and necessary arm of government. It is an institution that no country or no state or no civilized country can live without. And for it to be headed by a very erudite and committed individual is a plus. And I would like to encourage the newly appointed Chief Justice to work well with your colleagues. The job of the Chief Justice is not a difficult one, but you need to be committed to the job. It doesn't only require you to be an adjudicator, but you need to be an administrator as well. And in order to be an effective administrator, you need to work well with your staff, carry them along in all that you do. And I have no doubt in my mind that you will do an excellent and fine job. And I am always here ready to serve as a member of the executive, as a representative of the executive in all that you do. If you need any assistance, I am eager and willing to assist the best way I know how. So once again, I thank you for accepting the appointment, and congratulations for your appointment. And I hope that you'll be able to work well, and I'm sure you will work well with your colleagues. And I wish you all the best. Congratulations, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General, and Minister of Justice, for your intervention. I now have the privilege to call upon Her Excellency, the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, to make a statement.
First of all, I want to recognize His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya J.J. Jammeh, the Minister responsible for Presidential Affairs, Secretary General, and Minister for the Civil Service, as well as my other colleagues here present, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, and of course, I should have started with the Chief Justice, the newly sworn-in Chief Justice, and the newly sworn-in President of the Gambia Court of Appeal, as well as my lady, of course, Justice Udoma, the Pakistani ambassador accredited to the Gambia, my other cabinet colleagues here present, Secretary to Cabinet, members of the press, protocol and security, and all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Your Excellency, I think previous speakers have said it all. I just want to add my voice to theirs by first of all thanking His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya J.J. Jammeh, for these appointments, which is no surprise to all of us. Your Excellency, I also want to thank the Chief Justice and all those who've been sworn in, that is the President of the Gambia Court of Appeal and Justice Udoma of the High Court, for accepting these appointments as well. That the President appointed you, and with honor you accepted it. And that's why you are here today for the swearing-in ceremony. I've listened to your CVs a bit. At least I spoke to my colleague here, and I've been adequately briefed that you have a lot of cumulative experience. Those who have worked in the Gambia, we are aware of your experience over the years. For our brother as well from Pakistan, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, we are not surprised about your cumulative experience as well. Pakistan is not new to the Gambia. We have a very good relationship. His Excellency the President, with even the present President that came by, I think he was President before, the Prime Minister rather, they had worked together in the past. He is a good friend of Pakistan. Gambia and Pakistan have very close relationships. I'm sure you are aware. We have worked in many fields in the past as well as the present. We had a Chief Justice as well from Pakistan before. We had a very dedicated and efficient one before. And you are the second coming. And going by your CV, as I said, as I listened to my colleague, you have a lot of cumulative experience in both Western and Islamic. Because I've seen that you've worked with a lot of the Hadiths, you've dealt with a lot of the Islamic laws and so on. And that is very apt for our country here. So that you have the Western experience as well as the Islamic experience. Which means that really you can administer all this within your ambit. And that is what makes me really appreciative of this appointment. Like you've rightly said, I don't have to belabor the point. I think you've said it all. You've looked at our constitution, the provisions there, and the bodies that have been set up are very democratic, and you hardly find them anywhere. And everybody has said it is one of the best constitutions, this constitution of the Second Republic, in fact, during the time of this government, 1997. And not only that, but the structures that have been set therein are working right now. And that is what would make your job easy. Because if you have an alternative dispute resolution commission, some of the disputes would be addressed at that level so that my colleagues concerned about the backlog of cases, you'll have less cases going to the courts, the higher courts. You have the Office of the Ombudsman that would deal with administration, maladministration, like you rightly said, and most of those issues relating to public service and other services that are related to civil public servants would be addressed at that level. You have legal aid and legal advice. These were all set up by government. And of course, the list goes on. You've talked about Civic Education Council, which educates people about legal literacy, and I'm sure you'll add your experience in that area because we look up to you. It looks like you have a very rich CV, so you're not only going to be a Chief Justice, and I hope you'll find time to go to the law school, talk to the students, and even, why not, refresher courses for judges and lawyers, because it looks like by your experience, all of us can benefit. So that is why we are very appreciative of this appointment. Just to say that our doors are all open as a government. We may be in different arms of government. Yes, you are the judiciary, we are the executive, the legislature is on the other side, but together we form the government. This is the arms of government. That's why we call it government. And therefore a government has to be a government, which means we work together, even though we have different terms of reference. And I can tell you that whatever you need from the government, because I know that there are instances when you would need something from us as well. The Attorney General's office is open. She represents us at the level of the executive. And she can also facilitate, she and her team, of course, can facilitate your access to anything that any of us should provide so that you can make your work easy. That I can assure you, because that's the directive of His Excellency the President himself. As I said, a lot of work has gone in the area of the judiciary in this country, because we all remembered when in 1994, during the Second Republic, there were hardly decentralized structures of the judiciary in this country. We were all here, we know. Most of there is the Banjul Court and the Kanifing Court, but they were not well built as they are today, but they were there. But you go up country, you only have traveling magistrates, to address issues. That means, really, justice has not reached the doorsteps of Gambians. But during the Second Republic, like my colleague has rightly said, the Honorable Minister of Works, a lot has happened under the leadership of His Excellency the President. Because he gives a lot of prominence to justice. He always says it. He said, if you don't have a just system, especially an effective judiciary, and an efficient one, he said the work of government would be difficult. People will be aggrieved and unhappy. And that's not good for democracy. That's what he said. I remember him saying it many times in this office. And that's why he gave that importance as well. He decentralized the judiciary. He built the structures. You can see them there. So you have resident now judges. That makes it easy for the poor person, because he said it costs the poor person a lot of money to come all the way to Banjul. A case that would be, in fact, referred and referred and referred. What I mean is it will be adjourned and adjourned and adjourned. And he is really not happy about that, and he said it on many instances. that the backlog of cases is not